my house, I got my own crib. Drop my own whip, got my own shit. If I ever need something done, it's by my own hands. Watch how you playing, little bitch, cause I'm a grown man. Got my own bands and my own plan. Follow no man and our own brands. Can't kick me out of my house, I got my own crib. Ain't playing with these little niggas, I'm on some grown shit.
Nigga, I don't need your smoke, I got my own zip. And take my own trips, stack my own chips. When it comes to...
Before we get to that, make sure y'all get to our channel, Hooli TV. Like, subscribe, share, promote. It's free, man. It don't cost y'all a thing, man. It's free 99, man. But yeah.
Definitely hit that like button.
For sure, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely hit that subscribe button, share, and tell your people about it.
We always said, like, when we first started, like, that conversation at the battle event, I knew it was a reason I had to. I was like, man, we just scored. Like, we ain't even try. Like, that's how I'm thinking. Like, anytime we network or just, I felt like it's the higher power that did that.
Without question.
Honestly, I felt like, because it's always been me and bro.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, whatever the case, we try to make shit happen.
Beautiful.
By meeting. And
That's
like
it.
I say, appreciative for this, man.
It's a
Grateful.
fun thing. And we having fun, though.
Yeah,
They really missed a lot when we was out there. That was good.
That was some good.
Yeah.
That was some good stuff, and we, maybe we can get back into it. But I wanted to ask you something you had mentioned earlier about going viral. What is your biggest viral moment, if you can remember?
Probably when I was born. That shit was heavy. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I don't really be running all the analytics and the insight. You know what I mean? But I don't know, because it's things. There's some things that hit hard at one point that don't equate to the metrics now.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, at its time though, shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say like 2010, you did something that did 10 million. I feel like that's different than
You know what? I think in 2017, I did a video on my phone in Florida. I was on tour, and it went, I don't know, it probably did a couple million in that day.
Damn, okay.
Intentional views. So it wasn't like some it wasn't like a fluke. You know, it built up the platform that you see today.
Copy.
You know what I mean? And I've done stuff before that. I've done some things that did big views in. So here's the thing, right? The things that I make available are a byproduct of the things that I want to sell.
Okay.
You feel me? So I don't really look to manage the numbers. That's not the scoreboard for me.
Yeah.
The views, likes, comments are not the scoreboard for me, because the things I do in the real world is where everything is generated. You know?
So I guess a better question then would be, what would be something, either your favorite or something that touched you, you know what I'm saying? You felt the impact from a moment that you had, you know what I'm saying, that went viral or whatever the case may be.
I don't think it would be viral things. I don't think it would be the visuals so much as it would be my existence in things.
Okay.
Meeting people that have sculpted their lives off of the things that I've done and said is heavier than any number of, any number that can be calculated, you know.
Copy.
But if I that's kind of trash. Let me see. If I had to say what I really liked, I liked the reaction from I did a visual. I said, I don't want to be responsible. I want to spend all of my earnings on this. And I was dead serious, because I collect cars. You know,
Okay.
My collection is, I love cars. I got, and the car community took it and ran with it. I'm talking about ridiculous. You could probably undersell it at last time my assistant checked, a little over 100 million views across the platforms, right? And not so much about the views again, but in the car community, the conversation is there immediately. Yeah. You know, the sponsors are there, the recognition from the other car guy ain't no different than a battler. A fan can say that was hard bar.
Right,
It
right.
don't matter until another battler say it's a hard bar. So when I'm building cars and the other car guys is like, oh, yo, I saw this, but I also saw that Chevelle you was building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So question. So you did you touch down to Florida last week for the car show?
No,
in
I
Orlando, I think.
Where was I? Where did I just go? I was Vegas. No. After Vegas. Huh? Atlanta.
Okay.
I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I was in Atlanta.
so
after.
you be in tune with the Rick Ross car shows and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that?
absolutely. Ooh, funny story. Before Rick Ross did that, there's a car show here, Midwest Car Fest, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both the owners been knowing these. One of them probably 20 years, the other one probably 10 something years, right? Cam and oh, that's terrible. Cam and Shane,
Okay.
and so I hit Shane. I talked to Shane more than Cam, but I've known Cam way longer than Shane. I hit him like, yo, let's do an after party. Tell me the dates. I'll set up an after party. We'll bring Rick Ross.
Damn.
Rick
okay.
Ross is a car guy.
Yeah.
This is before Rick Ross ever did his car show. And so when you book an artist, you have to let them know the event, the thing they're doing, so on and so
Right.
forth. I let him know it's a car show. He'll host the car show. It'll perform afterward.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Rick Ross wanted maybe 200 or something. I don't know, something like that. I got a homeboy, a booking manager that could get him for like 90. So I'm like, if we do it right, this will turn over crazy because all these car guys are here.
Right.
They got 100,000 in their cars. They would be happy to spend 200 a ticket. They would be happy that we could tear it up. They didn't really want to do it for whatever reason. That's not important. The next year, Rick Ross does his car show.
Shitty. So let me ask you another question, man. You in the car? So here's
Side
something.
note, I don't want to say that that's why Rick Ross did his car show. However,
Yeah.
Coincidentally,
However.
right? Come on, man. Yeah. So I've been in this city in Indianapolis, man, 15 years though, and I've been here.
welcome home.
For sure. Love the city. So my cousin Chell, shout out to him. He told me about, he's in the cars too. Him,
Yeah.
Dre Day, all them. They tell me about the Meekum auctions.
Okay.
Now I say, man, when you gonna take me to the Meekum auction? He say, hey, cause I ain't being funny, man, but you gotta it's a different level.
Yeah.
And then they was telling, so I found out now you gotta have a certain amount of money in your account to even get in the motherfucker.
To bid. Yes.
yeah.
You can go and view.
You can go and view, but you gotta to bid. You gotta have a certain amount of money in that account to enter.
Because it's gonna happen fast.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It's gonna happen fast. Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And you at $200,000-$300,000.
And they in cars that you wouldn't even.
Oh, it's regular cars going through there too.
Man,
It's regular cars going for unimaginable amounts.
yeah, because
As well. So
Ooh,
yeah, but it's some dogs coming through there too.
yeah. I heard it's like a legendary big thing.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Meekum auction is not a
That's
joke.
crazy.
Some of your favorite,
See?
but also some of the very regular, anything from a 911, some sort of Porsche, to a Lamborghini, to a K5 Blazer.
Man, I seen somebody from South Bend bring a Studebaker
Yeah.
down
believe
to the Meek. I'm like,
I
they
think-
really be worth something like that now?
Yeah.
Like,
You got to think that we kind of let time get away from us, but cars, that landmark, that time, it makes stuff so, oh my, yeah.
that's
a big
crazy,
deal.
man. It's crazy how they turn anything to a big deal. I wouldn't even, because I was like, cause I'm arguing with my cousin all the way down. I'm like, man, Studebakers ain't even worth shit, bro. They ain't. It was like, bro, that little warehouse in South Bend, bro, that's history. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
not a game.
Crazy, didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm a big A-body fan though.
Okay.
Chevelle, Cutlass, Graham, that's my area of expertise. I build other things. I think I have all of, somebody asked me what my dream car was, and I don't know anymore because I have all of them.
dream car. I was gonna say, what's your favorite car? Then?
That's a better question.
Yeah.
My favorite car, and it's kind of crazy because it's not my most valuable car. My favorite car is my '87 Monte Carlo SS T-top Aero Coupe. I got that a while ago from a good friend of mine. He's a tattoo artist, Drew. I caught him on the side of the road. I did not know him. He knew me. I just saw a car that I had been wanting, and I bought it from him right from under. And yeah, I gave him a car too though, because it was his daily driver, and he kind of had whatever. So,
man, I love Buicks, man. I love an old school Buick. It's
Okay.
something about. It's just even with the roadies, man. That's my favorite vehicle I've ever had. A Buick Roadmaster. I always call it the silver bullet. That motherfucker ride like a boat on the road, bro.
I think the Deuce and a Quarter is probably the only place I go with a Buick.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I respect
can't go
it.
wrong with that too.
Yeah, you know what I don't respect? I'm about to set this home on fire. I don't care nothing about no Grand National. I don't care. I have no respect because
Shout out to Kendrick, man. But keep going.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Holmes. I am a Drake fan though, but that wasn't my point. I'm talking about you a wild nigga. I'm talking about that was crazy. No, I'm talking about because you got to think a Grand National is simply a Regal with a turbo V6. Everything now is resto mods.
True.
So the moment you upgrade that drivetrain, it's no longer a Grand National.
It's kind of like with watches. If you
The moment you bust
bust
it down,
it's not valuable.
valuables.
Come
The
on.
value is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Makes sense.
Yeah. Whereas a Monte Carlo, which I think is more aesthetically pleasing, more attractive, and it's a Chevy, that's an SS no matter what you do to it. You know what I mean? And I'm building one right now. It's snatch the street out from under somebody.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man. So you be into the so you know about the little like drag races and street races and all that.
Oh,
you
I'm
be
building right. So I've got a '70 Chevelle, which I think you can get little glimpses of. We ain't dropped it yet. I ain't dropped no visuals because it was a big thing I'm building for it.
Yeah.
But I'm building that's a '70 Chevelle. I'm building a '71 Chevelle. Word to Cap, my engine builder. I'm building a '71 Chevelle with it's a 408 6.7 twin 88 millimeter turbo LS. That's probably going to be around somewhere around 1580, 1600 horses. 405s in the back, 405, which is a 24 by 16. Tires is crazy, but still beautiful. You know what I mean? The aesthetics, triple stitching across every, it's a beautiful thing.
Hey, you could have been in Fast and the Furious, man. Or something.
Yeah, before they went to Tokyo Drift.
That's one of my
Cut
favorite
it out.
ones.
Get out.
What?
Get out.
You don't like Tokyo Drift, man?
Anything that's your favorite that involves Bow Wow.
Nah, man.
Stop
See,
it.
man, I'm talking about the
Nah.
artwork of the vehicles,
Nah.
the way they was driving.
Nah, cut it
like
out.
that's a thing out there, drifting. That's
I just hosted a drifting event.
Yeah?
T-Pain hit me up. Side note, SEMA, you wanted to go to Barrett Jackson, you need to go to SEMA.
okay.
SEMA is where they pull them ones out. You know what I mean? And I run into T-Pain at SEMA. T-Pain hits me. Well, he's explaining to me how he's a fan of the things that I'm doing, et cetera. I'm like, nigga, you a fucking you talking about? You're right.
Yeah, okay.
And we talk about some builds. I get back from SEMA. This is when I'm in Vegas. Oh, that's why I was in Atlanta to host the I get back. T-Pain hits me like, hey man, what do you got to do Saturday? And I'm like, can you come and host this drifted event? That's what you talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's
I just hosted Drift Symphony 2, which is T-Pain's, it's not imports, it's all kind of cars, but essentially what you referring to like with Tokyo Drift is imports, JDM, things. Yeah. And there was an entire event of
I bet
drifting.
that was hard.
Insane.
Man, that's probably
Yeah, it was
hard.
crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Fast and the Furious, man, filming. I gotta ask you questions about film.
Oh, film.
Yeah.
I thought you said fuming. I was like, I don't know this term.
Nah.
I'm behind.
It's a new shit.
North Carolina accent, man.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah.
me, man. Nah, but
film. I love film.
man, me too. I'm trying to actually pursue my next because I feel like it's a similarity
Okay.
with battle rap
Yeah.
and scripts. How you gotta read a script.
Okay.
You gotta learn the script.
Yeah.
Memorize it. Get into character.
Yeah.
and be in front of a camera and plethora of people. Same way how with battle rap, we gotta write your stuff. Except we gotta write our stuff.
Yeah.
But it's certain actors that still write their own scripts, like
That's
Ice
fair.
Cube and all that. But I jumped in it. I'm really trying to take that serious too.